Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, as I say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Right to the air is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
First carry now for Justice Hill. Down to the 42, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw is Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Rudolph. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second and 10. Jackson options out left, and he is going to lose yardage here. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Rudolph looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Here's Rudolph. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Jackson. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
Here's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time. but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route, moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength, very nice route.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Dancing to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Play action. It's Rudolph. That is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A final shot before the break, Rudolph. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now Jackson on second down, being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. A give to Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Rudolph looking to throw it. And the catch made by Johnson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, this is Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We might start getting some props here in the booth. That one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On fourth down, Rudolph. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
In motion left, Flowers.
No, we changed it.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Throwing is Jackson.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
To throw again is Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
34 yards.
And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
This doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now it's Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Rudolph's throw complete there to Johnson.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Rudolph on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Throwing here, Rudolph. He's got his open man. That's Freiermuth. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Rudolph. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Rudolph. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Throwing now is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jackson to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. That is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
That's caught by Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 57 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Rudolph's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now Rudolph.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Now it's Rudolph.
This ball intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was a defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.